Okay, so let's try to make sense of what happened yesterday. During Comey's hearings. John McCain. Let's talk about John McCain. What the fuck was he doing? What the fuck was he thinking? I mean, just listening to him just babble on. A lot of it sounded just like babble. However, some of it sounded like he was actually defending Trump or trying to be one of the boys. Part of the boys, part of the GOP, because he's always like more independent. So it really surprised me and it baffled me, and I wasn't the only one. After thinking, what the fuck is going on, I decided, you know what? Let's go to Twitter. Maybe it's just me. I'm imagining things. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. I don't know. So I took myself to Twitter and came up with a lot of people who were just as confused as I was. I don't know whether he actually was trying to defend Trump and in that essence trying to throw Clinton under the bus and Comey under the bus for quote-unquote closing the Clinton investigation, which was an entirely different investigation which had nothing to do with what Trump is doing. Obstruction of justice. So those of us that were confused were like, well, what's wrong with you? Some people said, are you on crack? Because your questioning or your questions to Comey did not make sense. And others took to Twitter and said, I don't even think John did it on purpose. He appeared to be totally gaga and confused. Time to retire. Some of them said, thank you for your service to this country, but it's time to retire. I don't think that lack of sleep can explain what you did today. I agree. He blamed it on the Diamondbacks game, which maybe he did stay up late, but that was really not the purpose as to why he just rambled on about really nothing. He did not make sense. And even if you were to try to connect the two investigations, Clinton and the Trump investigation, it didn't make sense. They were two total opposites. Somebody else said, your line of questions made no sense. Clinton's case was closed and was a different investigation. I wholeheartedly agree. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. Let's go back to what John McCain said. A lot of people, he says what was going on Twitter. What the fuck was going on? And John McCain put out a tweet saying, getting sense, my questions today went over people's heads. Maybe going forward, I shouldn't stay up late watching the Diamondbacks games. And then, of course, he went ahead and did put out a public statement regarding what he did. So somebody said, and this is the funniest of them all, you sounded like that crazy fat North Korean kid ordering lunch. That was fucking funny. I thought that was hilarious. Earlier this year, regarding Kim Jong-un, he called him a crazy fat kid, which really set off a declaration of war from North Korea. So they ended up threatening him. And John McCain responded on Twitter by saying, what? Did they expect me to call him a crazy skinny kid? Which I think was fucking funny too. So, that was the reference to the crazy fat kid from my favorite tweet. I think that was so freaking funny. So he's saying, maybe it went over people's heads because he didn't sleep well. Most of us are not buying it, really. It did sound like he was backing his buddies. Someone else tweeted, your backing of Betsy DeVos went over my head. In fact, I'm still almost as confused as you were today. Almost. On Twitter, someone else said, have mad respect for you, Senator, but your questions made no sense. Could not follow. Was worried. Yeah, a lot of us were concerned with what the fuck is going on. Maybe he drank some pills and was gaga. He really was gaga. So, that's what it seemed to me. Not only the backing of his fellow GOP senators, but some of it sounded weird. Like he was on some type of drugs or something. So someone else said, I'm still worried. There's something fishy going on here. I don't care how tired he was. I've never, ever seen John McCain so confused. Yeah, and it did sound like he was freaking confused. And someone else tweeted, over our heads? So it's our fault you sounded like Jar Jar Binks on Robitussin? But anyways, just wanted to share a few of the Twitter posts that I saw that I thought were freaking funny. here is one more. Also, the innuendo that in Russian meddling investigation, Clinton should be as much held suspect of collusion as Trump's circle. What? Yeah, that shit was like, what the fuck? And then he noted something about a double standard. I was like, what the fuck? Really? Even after that statement that you put out, John McCain, there was no fucking double standard, and you know it. Let me go ahead and read what John McCain put out as a statement after many of us were like, what the fuck is going on? His statement: I get the sense from Twitter that my line of questioning today went over people's heads. Maybe going forward I shouldn't stay up late watching the Diamondbacks night games. Duh, but that's his excuse, right? I wouldn't want to label him in the same line as Donald Trump, but anyways. And then he went on to say, what I was trying to get at was whether Mr. Comey believes that any of his interactions with the president rise to the level of obstruction of justice. In the case of Secretary Clinton's emails, Mr. Comey was willing to step beyond his role as an investigator and state his belief about what no reasonable prosecutor would conclude about the evidence. I wanted Mr. Comey to apply the same approach to the key questions surrounding his interactions with President Trump, whether or not the president's conduct constitutes obstruction of justice. While I missed an opportunity in today's hearing, I still believe this question is important, and I intend to submit it in writing to Mr. Comey for the record. Well, that did not sound anything at all to what he was trying to do yesterday. Let's put it that way. That wasn't anywhere near what the rest of us heard. So, John McCain, you're trying to clean up now, but next time, see what you mean. So that is it for today. Take care. Bye.